stream where I say whatever I want. My name is Chloe. This is the house of Chloe that I'm building in my backyard. And today I would like to read to you the Bible, Exodus 1 through 3, because that's what we're doing these days, is reading through the Bible. Okay, let's begin. So it is less than 3 pages long. Exodus, Israel's suffering in Egypt. Now these are the names of the children of Israel who came to Egypt. Each man and his household came with Jacob: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah. Issachar, Zebulun, and Benjamin, Dan, Zephtali, Gad, and Asher. All these who were descendants of Jacob were 70 persons, for Joseph was in Egypt already. And Joseph died, all his brothers, and all of that generation. But the children of Israel were fruitful and increased abundantly, multiplied and grew exceedingly mighty, and the land was filled with them. Now there arose a new king over Egypt who did not know Joseph, and he said to his people, "Look, the people of the children of Israel are more and mightier than we. Come, let us deal shrewdly with them, lest they multiply, and it happen in the event of war that they also join our enemies and fight against us. And so go up out of the land, therefore, that set taskmasters over them to afflict them with their burdens." And they built for Pharaoh supply cities, Pithom and Ramesses. But the more they afflicted them, the more they multiplied and grew, and they were in dread of the children of Israel. So the Egyptians made the children of Israel serve with rigor, and they made their lives bitter with hard bondage. Hello. That's right, Ryan. Jesus is king. Sorry, I have a stutter today. I don't know why. But yeah, my face is doing a little bit better. My pimples. Okay. All right. In mortar, in brick, and in all manner of service in the field, all their service in which they made them serve was with rigor. Then the king of Egypt spoke to the Hebrew midwives, of whom the name of one was Shiphrah, and the name of the other Puah. And he said, when you do the duties of a midwife for the Hebrew women, and see them on the birth stools, if it is a son, then you shall kill him, but if it is a daughter, then she shall live. But the midwives feared God and did not do as the king of Egypt commanded them, but saved the male children alive. So the king of Egypt called for the midwives and said to them, "Why have you done this thing and saved the male children alive?" And the midwives said to Pharaoh, "Because the Hebrew women are not like the Egyptian women, for they are lively and give birth before the midwives come to them." Good evening. Therefore, God dwelt well with the midwives, and the people multiplied and grew very mighty, and so it was because the midwives feared God that he provided households for them. So Pharaoh commanded all his people, saying, every son who is born you shall cast into the river, and every daughter you shall save alive. Chapter 2 of Exodus. Moses is born. And a man of the house of Levi went and took as wife a daughter of Levi. So the woman conceived and bore a son, and when she saw that he was a beautiful child, she hid him 3 months. But when she could no longer hide him, she took an ark of bulrushes for him, daubed it with asphalt and pitch, put the child in it, and laid it in the reeds by the river's bank. And his sister stood afar off to know what would be done to him. When the daughter of Pharaoh came down to bathe at the river, and her maidens walked along the riverside, and when she saw the ark along the reeds, she sent her maid to get it. And when she opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the baby wept. So she had compassion on him and said, this is one of the Hebrews' children. Then his sister said to Pharaoh's daughter, shall I go and call a nurse for you from the Hebrew woman, that she may nurse the child for you? And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, go. So the maiden went and called the child's mother. Then Pharaoh's daughter said to her, take this child away and nurse him for me, and I will give you your wages. So the woman took the child and nursed him, and the child grew, and she brought him to Pharaoh's daughters, and he became her son. So she called his name Moses, saying, because I drew him out of the water. Moses flees the Midian. Thoughts on TikTok getting banned? I actually have not really been on TikTok, so it doesn't really affect me. But I know some people that do like it. That's probably sad for them and very brutal. Like, if you're addicted to, like, I'm addicted to YouTube, so if they did that with YouTube, I would be like on edge. I would be like shaking. Well, I do shake, but like I would be having withdrawals. So yeah, a lot of people are gonna be like, what? Like, they're gonna have to replace it with something. Instagram, YouTube, like what I do, basically. So it'll be a change for sure. Okay, Moses flees to Midian. Now it came to pass in these days, when Moses was born, that he went out to his brethren and looked at their burdens, and he saw an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, one of his brethren. So he looked this way and that way, and when he saw no one, he killed the Egyptian and hid him in the sand. And when he went out the second day, behold, 2 Hebrew men were fighting. And he said to the one who did the wrong, why are you striking your companion? Then he said, who made you a prince and judge over us? Do you intend to kill me as you killed the Egyptian? No, Moses feared and said, surely this thing is known. When Pharaoh heard of this matter, he sought to kill Moses, but Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh and dwelt in the land of Midian, and he sat down by a well. Now the priest of Midian had 7 daughters, and they came and drew water, and they filled the troughs to water their father's flock. Then the shepherds came and drew them away, but Moses stood up and helped them and watered their flock. When they came to Reuel, their father, he said, how is it that you have come so soon today? And they said, an Egyptian delivered us from the hand of the shepherds, and he also drew enough water for us and watered the flock. So he said to his daughters, and where is he? Why is it that you have left the man? Call him that he may eat bread. Then Moses was content to live with the man, and he gave Zipporah his daughter to Moses, and she bore him a son. He called his name Gershom, for he said, I have been a stranger in a foreign land. Now it happened in the process of time that the king of Egypt died. Then the children of Israel groaned because of the bondage, and they cried out, and their cry came up to God because of the bondage. So God heard their groaning, and God remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob. And God looked upon the children of Israel, and God acknowledged them. Okay. Exodus 3. I'd help all the TikTokers. I think I understand. Okay then. I'm drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. Don't judge me. You're welcome. Okay, you're welcome for the thank you for reading. Okay. Exodus 3. Moses at the burning bush. Now Moses was tending the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock to the back of the desert and came to Horeb, the mountain of God, and the angel of the Lord appeared to him in the flame of fire from the midst of a bush. So he looked, and behold, the bush was burning with fire, but the bush was not consumed. Then Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush does not burn. So when the Lord saw that he turned aside to look, God called to him from the midst of the bush and said, Moses, Moses, and he said, Here I am. Then he said, excuse me, do not draw near this place. Take your sandals off your feet, for the place where you stand is holy ground. Moreover, he said, I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon God. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the oppression of my people who are in Egypt, and have heard their cry because of their taskmasters. For I know their sorrows, so I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up from that land to a good and large land, to a land flowing with milk and honey, to the place of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel has come to me, and I have also seen the oppression with which the Egyptians oppress them. Come now, therefore, and I will send you to Pharaoh, that you may bring my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. But Moses said to God, Who am I that I shall go to Pharaoh, and that I should bring the children of Israel out of Egypt? So he said, I will certainly be with you, and this shall be a sign to you that I have sent to you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you shall serve God on this mountain. Oh, thank you. Okay, we have a line to do. We have this line to do. Okay. When Moses said to God, Indeed, when I come to the children of Israel and say to them, The God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they say to me, What is this? What is his name? What shall I say to them? And God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, Thus you shall say to the children of Israel, I am has sent me to you. Moreover, God said to Moses, Thus you shall say to the children of Israel, The Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, has sent me to you. This is my name forever, and this is my name, my memorial to all generations. Go and gather the elders of Israel together and say to them, The Lord God of your fathers, the God of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob, appeared to me, saying, I have surely visited you and seen what is done to you in Egypt, and I have said I will bring you up out of the affliction of Egypt to the land of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites, to a land flowing with milk and honey, Then they will heed your voice, and you shall come, you and the elders of Israel, to the king of Egypt, and you shall say to him, the Lord God of the Hebrews has met with us, and now please let us go 3 days' journey into the wilderness, that we may sacrifice to the Lord our God. But I am sure that the king of Egypt will not let you go, no, not even by a mighty hand. So I will stretch out my hand and strike Egypt with all of my wonders, which I will do in its midst, and after that he will let you go, and I will give this people favor in the sight of the Egyptians, and it shall be then you go, that you shall not go empty-handed, but every woman shall ask of her neighbor, namely of her who dwells near her house, articles of silver, articles of gold, and clothing, and you shall put them on your sons and on your daughters, so you shall plunder the Egyptians. That is our reading for tonight. We can cross it out on our list and put the Bible away. Thank you for listening, all one of you. I'm not sure if Robert was here or not. Robert, are you still here? Yes, he does love Bible reading. But yeah. My day, I kind of went over some stuff on my earlier stream. But basically, my health, I'm trying to get my lithium medication lowered, which I did. I cut it by half, but I told the nurse, and the nurse should tell the doctor. So that's all set. My thyroid was elevated, so that's my general doctor told me to get it lowered, to try to get it lowered by taking off lithium. Or the other solution was to get on thyroid medication, and I did not want to do that. We already read the Bible, we're just talking right now, Robert. I didn't want to get on thyroid medication, so I said I'm just gonna lower my lithium and see if that helps. And so he agreed, and then I told my nurse for my psychiatrist, and hopefully she told him, and yeah, that's the update on my health. And then another thing is, you could be talking about anything and I'd still be here to hear your voice. Oh, thank you. And I got broken up with recently, a few days ago, and I'm just going no contact and getting myself back to myself. I feel like I conform a lot to other people, relationships, what they like, do things that they like, yeah. And I feel like it was making me to doubt God and the Bible and stuff like that. So I mean, slightly, not terribly, but he would tell me he would tell me he doesn't understand anything I'm reading and different things like that. So I my vision when I was reading was skewed a little bit. And I know I don't understand everything in the Bible, but that's why I'm reading it, is so that I can learn it and understand it a little bit better. Like, I always say, oh, I listen to it when people are preaching or whatever. Not or whatever, but like preaching or devotionals or readings or in music, and but I never made it my own where I am the one reading it. So I've always made an excuse of why I didn't read the Bible. I wasn't like told to as a child, and I wasn't in Sunday school or anything. So um that might have affected it, the reason why, but there's been a lot of times where I should have and I didn't. Um but yeah. Now I am. And that's all you can do. So now you do it. So that's good. But yeah, good job. Yay. Yeah, I went to the gym today with Shyla. I took her with me. Shyla's my dog. And they allowed her because she's my emotional support animal. And so we went to the pool area, but we didn't have time to swim because it was closing. And then we had a massage. I had her sit on top of me, and I laid in the chair and got the massage. And then it was closing time, so I just left and came home. Shyla did a very good job at the gym. So yeah. How's your mental health this fine evening? It's good. It's okay. I'm good. I'm feeling a little better. Like, I haven't had a horrible IBS incident today. I didn't do, never mind. My mental health is good. I mean, there's always a dull pain in my head, and I have an idea that it's like autism or something like that. I think people all experience autism in different ways, and my doctor doesn't even want to test me for it, so that's like one of the next things I'm gonna actually force him to explore with me. I just feel like I have a doctor who I'm just scared of telling anything to, and that's not fun. I changed doctors from Dr. Smith to Dr. Reese because like Dr. Smith was not in my schedule, like didn't work with my schedule, and then Dr. Reese was. And it's like frowned upon to go doctor jumping, doctor hopping, but that might have to be. Yeah, like tell me, like they might tell you something crazy like, oh, just completely cut off this medication cold turkey. It's like, I'm sorry, are you the one that has to experience the extreme withdrawal symptoms? Sorry, I don't know how to talk. Doctor shopping. But sometimes it's like, you're gonna do what to me? You're gonna make me do what? So yeah, that's a little crazy and scary. I guess they don't think about all of the things that will be affected by it. Like if I was a mother, my child would be affected by all of these changes and things, side effects, symptoms, like having to poop like right then and there while I'm driving. If I have a kid in the car, it's like I would poop my pants. I would point blank just poop my pants and have to clean up I would have to wear diapers. Oh, the stream is going into the danger zone. Is my health insurance expensive? No, it's Medi-Cal, so it covers everything mostly. I never got rid of Medi-Cal, even though I had my other insurance. My Quest Diagnostics insurance, Aetna. Weird stuff, Chloe. Yeah, it's my life. Like, I think about these things. Like, it's preventing me from having an actual relationship or going out with friends to eat. Like, I feel like I'm sick, like I have physical symptoms as well as mental. So that's what you get on this channel. How do you feel about TikTok being banned? I feel great it's gone because I never used it. I never used it either. I feel fine with it. But yeah. I am going to be referred to a gastroenterologist, but I probably won't go. To be honest, I'm gonna see how this taking off lithium helps and then consider going, because they're gonna want to do a colonoscopy, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do anything invasive like that. I'm like, I don't know, give me probiotics. I don't know. Can I ask what type of physical pain stops you from going out with friends? Well, the bathroom uses, and that's painful and sudden and disruptive, and um sometimes feeling depressed, like I can't wake up in the morning, I don't go to the church on time, but that's more depressing. And then also just overall dull pain in my head and body. You had a friend do a colonoscopy. Wasn't that bad? Oh yeah, I totally get it. I consider myself a doctor even though I never went to school. I prescribe myself my own medication. Oh, it's the drinking the liquid that's challenging. Yeah, I really like drinking water. I really like drinking drinks, drinking a drink. Yeah, I really like drinking. Not drinking alcohol per se, but like water, soda, like sparkling water. Like I'm always drinking something. And yeah, that makes me want to have to use the bathroom all the time. But yeah, I will not bore you with all of the details of my insane health. Sour soda, that's right. Do you think if you had a boyfriend, head rubs and belly rubs would help you? Because I know my ex used to rub my tummy when I had tummy aches, and it always made me feel better. Mm, either way, I don't know. What does lithium do for you if you don't mind? It's supposed to help with depression, anxiety, mania. So, like bipolar, lithium's supposed to help. But I'll just stick with my other medication, Zyprexa, which is the antipsychotic. But yeah, I will leave you all with that. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Bye.